Hello and welcome back to the Legal Frontier. For today's episode, we will look at the history of the General Data Protection Regulation and see the journey of data protection laws in Europe. The journey began in the 1970s with the increasing use of computers and cross-border trade that began to raise concerns about privacy and data protection. Existing laws were inadequate, leading to calls for new data protection standards. And the foundation for the GDPR and privacy was laid by key human rights documents like the Universal Declaration on Human Rights and the European Convention on Human Rights. Several European countries led the way with national data protection laws from the late 1960s through the 1980s. A key milestone was the Council of Europe's Convention 108 in 1981, the first legally binding international treaty on data protection, which is more than 40 years ago. Around the same time, the OECD developed guidelines for harmonizing privacy protection and support international data flow. It culminated in 1995 with the European Union introducing the Data Protection Directive, aiming to harmonize data protection laws across the European Union. However, the directive's implementation was different from country to country, resulting in uncertainty about the legal framework in the whole European Union. To strengthen the framework, the Charter of Fundamental Rights was proclaimed in the year 2000, recognizing data protection as a fundamental right. The Lisbon Treaty, which came into effect in 2009, gave this charter legal force, reinforcing data protection within the European Union. Recognizing the need for a more robust and uniform framework, the European Union adopted the General Data Protection Regulation, or the GDPR, in 2016. It replaced the 1995 Data Protection Directive, and it became enforceable in 2018, introducing stronger individual rights, increased accountability for organizations and governments, and a single set of data protection rules across the European Union. It has also had a global impact, inspiring similar laws around the world, such as California's CCPA and Brazil's LGPD. Several key events shaped the development of the GDPR, starting with the European Commission's proposal for a comprehensive data protection reform back in 2012. A major milestone came in 2015 with the Schrems I case, which led to the invalidation of the Safe Harbor Act agreement, forcing the European Union and the United States to rethink how they would transfer data. The Schrems cases revolved around concerns about the adequacy of data protection in the US, particularly regarding government surveillance, which gained global attention following the Snowden revelations in 2013. The Snowden investigations exposed the US government's surveillance on foreign citizens, which raised doubts about whether EU citizens' data could be adequately protected in the United States. This context also laid the groundwork for the Schrems II case in 2020, which further influenced data transfer rules, this time invalidating the Privacy Shield agreement. In conclusion, the GDPR is the culmination of decades of evolving data protection laws, balancing the need for technological innovation with the importance of protecting individual privacy. Thank you for watching, and if you want to learn more about GDPR and data protection, don't forget to subscribe for the upcoming episodes. See you next time.